and welcome to Matt's Garage. So today I'm going to be changing the air filter on this 04 PT Cruiser, and I'll show you the entire process. It's really simple. The 06 and newer ones have a slightly different filter, but it's the exact same process, so stay tuned and I'll show you how. So I'm just going to be showing you how to change this filter. I know it's real basic, but for some of you who are doing this for the first time or whatever, I'm going to be really detailed. All you really need to do to change the filter is just these two. There's a clip here and a clip here, and then you just slide it back because it hooks at the back, and then you can just literally lift it up like that, and your filter is right here. And then you just lift it out, and then that filter's in good shape actually, not too bad. But I'm probably going to change it. It's not perfect. You can see there's a little bit of dirt in there, and I'm pretty OCD about things like that. So I will go ahead and change that. I'm also going to clean out the box here. So actually, now that you have the cover off, what you can do, there's just one hose over here for the PCV line, and you pull that off the side of the box, and then you can just lift the box up because it's just in rubber dowels. Then you can take that box right out of there. You don't even have to take the cover off. You can see it's quite dirty in there. And then there's this sponge filter here. What you do with that, you take it in and wash it in your sink in soapy water, like with dishwashing soap, and get it right clean. And then you wring it out into a rag really good. And then so there's that PCV hose that I was talking about. It's just a straight pull off of there, and then those are those dowels that fit down into the rubbers. And then right here on the back there's a rubber in the housing, and that slides down over a metal bracket on the fuse block here. You'll see that pretty clearly. So if this wasn't too dirty, I'd probably just wipe it out with shop towels, but it's pretty nasty. So what I'm going to do is take it in the house and just wash it out in my kitchen sink, and then I can wash out this little filter while I'm at it. You can buy new ones of these too. They're only worth a couple dollars, but it only takes a couple minutes to wash them out, and I like to reuse stuff when I can. So I'm going to go ahead and wash all this up, and I'll show you that process as well. Okay guys, so I'm just going to clean up the box here in the sink. We're just going to use some Dawn dish soap because it's the one that saves the baby ducks. And we're going to wash that filter up here really good. You don't need to put any oil on that. Just put it in there dry. I was thinking of like a lawnmower air filter you do that with, but not with this. So just rinse this up, you know, get some paper towels going and some dish soap here, and use lots of soap, because there's no point in putting a brand new filter in a dirty box, and it's going to suck up all that dirty air right away. And then this filter here, you just lots of soap on it, get it wet, and then you work the soap right into it. As I said, if you don't want to get your hands all yucky, they're only about $2 to buy one of these, but only takes a few minutes to clean one up too, so. Okay, so that filter's all clean now, so just wring it out as good as you can, and then just wrap it in some paper towel or a rag, and then just wring it again, and all the moisture will then wring into the rag, and it'll be pretty dry. You could stick it in like that, it wouldn't matter, but I'll just leave it to the side to dry while I'm washing out the rest of the air box here. Well, it's actually the next day here, but you can see I've got this all cleaned up here, and I've got that little sponge all dried out and in there. And so the last thing I'm going to do here before I put that all together again is just, I like having some wet wipes around. They work good for things like this. But either way, use a rag, use something, and just clean out this the top of the box here. because there's just no sense in putting a clean filter in and leaving all this stuff dirty so that your car's still breathing dirty air. You can see there's not too dirty, but there's definitely dirt in there. So now I'll just wipe the outside off while I'm at it. I've got the box all cleaned up and the lid all cleaned up, so it's time to throw it together. So just make sure that you get these dowels lined up and that rubber lined up with the bracket there, and then also that snorkel pipe, just there's a hole for it there, and there might be some wires in the way you might have to push to the side. So just watch out for that. So hold this back and just drop that down in there, and then make sure everything's lined up. You can kind of see, you can get a visual down here on where that one dowel goes, and if it's lined up and the back one's lined up, then it should push down, and it did. So then don't forget to put this little hose back on. Okay, and now we can drop our new filter in. So I really do like Wix brand filters. I don't use them exclusively, but it's normally my choice. Ooh, that's not fitting that car. Looked like the right size. Well, I do believe I've got the right one in the shop, so I'll be right back. Okay, so amusing update. I don't have an air filter for this PT. I have a couple air filters for PTs here at the shop, and neither of them fit. So and they're both different part numbers, so make sure you order an air filter for your exact year of PT, because apparently they have a few different sizes. I'm gonna have to order one up here right away, but in the meantime I blew this one out extremely well, and it wasn't that dirty to start with. I hardly got anything out of it. Looks like a high quality filter, so back in it goes. Not what I want it, but is what it is. So when you put it in, just make sure that you press it down all the way around, and that it's sitting up to the edge, like that it didn't go inside the little lip that it seals on there, because I have seen that before where people installed them and had them pushed down somewhere. So just make sure that it's firmly on that lip everywhere before you put the lid down. And then with putting the lid down, as I said before, it hooks at the back. There's 4 slotted holes across there, so you push it back behind the box so that, you know, it's sticking out on the front, and then you just slide those in and push down on the front, and then these clips should just do up easily with your fingers. If they're not clipping up right away, you've done something wrong, so go back and recheck it. But that is that. So I hope you found that video helpful. Thanks a lot for watching Matt's Garage. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more. Have yourself a great day.